Now as per the code that we have written so far, on click of this button, the convert method will be executed, which is present here, right? So let us write our code here within the convert method. Now our first step will be to get the user input from this text field. Now suppose the user has entered 23, then we have to extract this value from this text field, right? From here. So for that, let us extract the value from our text field, that is user input field. Now here, let us use user input field dot get the text from this field, right? So from this field, we are extracting out what the user has entered. Now this getText method simply returns the value in the format of string. So here I will use string input equal to user input field dot getText. Now suppose the user enters 23, then we will get here 23 in the form of string like this. Fine. If the user enters 23.4, then we will get 23.4 as a string. So it is our duty to convert this value into some valid number. That is, we cannot operate directly on the string. We need to convert it back to the number that the user has actually entered. Now the user can enter the temperature in the form of decimal as well. So for that, let us use the float data type entered temperature that was entered by the user equal to, let us convert this input into the number. So for that, we have a method of float dot parse float and pass the value as input like this. So here in place of input, suppose we pass 23.4. So this value will now be converted into 23.4f and will be stored within this variable of entered temperature. So just remember, in order to convert this value from string into the float, we have to use this method float.parseFloat like this. And now we need to write our logic to convert this temperature into the Celsius or Fahrenheit depending on what the user has selected from this drop down. So now I will use the if-else conditional statement. So if the user has selected Celsius to Fahrenheit, then we can write our code to get the new temperature. So here let us define float new temperature. Let's call it 0.0f initially like this and use the formula to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. So here we have the formula to convert the temperature into the Fahrenheit. So Celsius into 9 by 5 plus 32. Well, this is the formula, so nothing to explain it here. And let us write our else part. Else the user has selected Fahrenheit to Celsius. So let us get our new temperature by using the formula for Fahrenheit to Celsius. So here is the final code to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. So here again nothing to explain more. And here I have written the comment lines for you for the better understanding. If the user has selected Celsius to Fahrenheit, then do this. Else the user has selected Fahrenheit to Celsius and then again do this. And now finally let us write our display method to display our result and pass the new temperature as a parameter. And then again press Alt plus enter and create the method display down below. And within this right now, let us print out the new temperature is new temperature. And here within the convert method, let us change this value to input like this. And now let us launch our application. And let us enter some value 100, convert, and there we go, the new temperature is 202 degree Fahrenheit. And let us now change it to Fahrenheit to Celsius. Let us convert it. And now we get the temperature in terms of Celsius. Now if you notice in the output console, we are not able to find out what this temperature is all about, whether it is a Fahrenheit or Celsius. So for that again within our display method, let us use string unit. Let us define the unit for our new temperature. If is C to F, then simply return Fahrenheit, else return Celsius as a new temperature unit. And at the end, let us append unit here. And make a note, here we are using the ternary operator. And in the future as well, while creating our application of Connect 4 game, we will use this operator quite often. Let us now launch our application. Let us enter 20, convert to Fahrenheit, and there we go, 68.0 Fahrenheit. And let us select right now Fahrenheit to Celsius, convert it, minus 6.6665 degrees Celsius. Let us try something different, 120, convert it, and new temperature is 48.88889 degrees Celsius, like this. So our application is now working perfectly fine. But if you compare our application with the target application, then you will find that when we enter temperature and convert it, it simply displays a dialog. So let us integrate the alert dialog within our own application as well.